Dillard, and I'm just honored to be here. I've been acting for over 30 years and did over 100 films.
DJ Pooh Geez.
I had to get you a sound effect for that. You heard that 30 years.
Yeah, y'all. So this is not a microwaved situation where you do a TikTok and you think you just be a actor. It's a grind. It's a long grind, y'all. And you gotta keep the faith and stay focused with it.
So you said 30 years. What are some of the things you experienced through that journey of the 30 years?
Oh man. So so I worked on the show The Wire. That was my very first union job. And that was 2004. And I was told, not to join the union. You won't work no more, listening to people. So the one thing I would say is nobody knows your journey. Nobody knows what you are going to do. Nobody's God. So the other part is you have to believe and stay faithful in yourself, because if I would have listened to them, I may have not have worked on The Wonder Years, BMF, Black Lightning, Law and Order, FBI Most Wanted, all these different shows or movies, Split, because if I would have listened to that, the fear of what other people say, I would not have done as much as I've done.
That's real heavy, man. Very interesting story, man, because a lot of people, when you tell them a big ideal, their mind is not strong enough to gravitate to it.
Right.
So
because they haven't done it.
Right.
And a lot of times people are speaking out of love, but they're speaking out of because they can't give you an answer. They think you can't do it. So I tell parents, I tell people all the time, do not clip the wings of your children. Do not clip the wings of your friends. Because whatever idea that they have, because it didn't come from you, don't mean that they can't do it. If your child says, hey, I want to sing, and you may think they can't sing. How many artists are out there that can't rap, can't sing, but they billionaires off their music?
Guess what? A lot of them.
Exactly. So let them live. Let them do what they want to do, and in their experience, their own unique experience. So let them go with how they should go. What you should do, what people should do is just encourage them, be a support. It's easy to talk something down. It's never been a statue erected to a critic. And when you look at a baseball field or a basketball field or any sport, it's a certain amount of people on the field. And it's a billion people in the audience with jerseys on and acting like they part of the team. But they ain't getting paid like the people on the field. They're not failing or hearing the jeers and all of that stuff every day.
You know what it is? They want instant gratification instead of working for what they get. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a part of it too. People think because they see it on TV or they see them, shooting the ball or whatever. And people are quick to cut people off. I see it, Wolo Music. Yeah.
Shout out Wolo Music. Shout out.
Big shout out, good brother. Wallow Music. But yeah, you gotta just like nature. If you plant a seed and you put 1 cup of water on it and walk away and think that's all you got to do, that's not how nature works. You got rain, you got all types of stuff, wind, everything is needed for this seed to grow. So if you have an idea or something that it is you want to do, you got to plant that seed and water it every day. Every day, whether the storms could be people talking, saying how you can't do this and that. That could be the storms blowing, trying to knock your weed out the dirt, But you got to keep going. You got to keep believing in what you are doing, and soon you start doing it. Other people gonna say, you know what? I knew you was gonna make it. I knew it.
And my next question to you: Have you did any theater work too?
Oh yeah, I started in theater.
Okay.
So
okay.
I did over. Let me see. 2004. I would say half of my career was theater. Um, since 2004, I would say everything after that was film and movies. But I did all types of theater. I used to work at the Walnut Street Theater. Worked at the Hedgerow Theater, Freedom Theater. Um,
Shout out to the legendary Freedom Theater.
yeah. So that's where I actually got my start, and that's what lit the fire in me. So shout out to Johnny Hobbs, John Allen Jr., who founded Freedom Theater, Bob Leslie. You know, these are people that if it wasn't for them keeping their dream and their vision, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, because they literally showed me the way. They poured in me all the time, whether it was now they had hard love at Freedom Theater. It wasn't. I don't think people could do it today, because we grew up in a different time. Like now, a lot of people are very sensitive.
Oh yeah, they don't want to hurt little Billy's feelings.
Yeah, don't want to. No, they would hurt your feelings at Freedom Theater. It wasn't a game over there. But again, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be who I am today, and I can tough it out. You know, I don't have to listen to what you're saying. I know what I need to do, and I get through it, whatever it is, and we go make it happen.
So what actor really just like made you say, hold up, I want to act too? Was it any particular actor that you seen that you said, hold up, that makes me inspired to make me want to act now?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it was the Cosby Show. The Cosby Show was what I watched that made me say, I think I want to try that. I want to be one of Theo's friends or something like that. And I was like, well, how can I do that? And I heard a commercial on the radio, and it was a commercial for Freedom Theater. And again, well, a little bit about me, my history as a child. I'm a only child, so I don't have brothers and sisters, anything like that. So I was very shy and quiet. So for my environment, when I told my friends that I wanted to do it, I told my family, they were like, well, you don't even talk. How are you going to act? And if I would have listened to that, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So that's why, like, I go around, I speak to kids, youth in schools, and I go to different organizations and speak, because you know, you never know what you're supposed to do until you give it a try. You know, the fact that I gave it a try, and I ended up liking it. You know, so I went to Freedom. I went to you know, I was in a room full of talented actors. Like I was 14, and it was actors that's here in Philly. There's so much talent here in Philly, y'all. A good friend of mine, his name is Jeffrey Kusar, amazing actor, and he was in my very first acting class. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at these guys do their thing, and I'm like, how am I going to do that? But again, I could have easily backed out and said, you know what, this is not for me. I can't do it. But can is not in my vocabulary, you know, so I keep it moving. So
remember that, everybody that's watching, the word can't, get that out your vocabulary.
Exactly. You can do anything you put your mind to. Anything. You know, so I just pushed. I went home and practiced harder than I could than the other kids that was in the class. So I just kept it. I had to keep working on myself. I had to keep watering myself. I had to keep listening to positive affirmations and things like that help you grow. Because the easy part is to quit. That's the easy part. I could easily
do that in a heartbeat.
They could do easy. That's easy. But like, if you really want to do this, it's going to challenge you. It's going to make you it's going to make you try to forget your why. Why did you even step into this in the first place? And knowing your why is the biggest thing that's going to keep you grounded. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, just like I said, just understand your why. And Cosby Show was the first show that I say, I see myself on this. And other than that, the very first actor that I saw was a guy from Philly named Johnny Hobbs. And he taught at Freedom Theater, but he was also in The Wire. He was in a bunch of films. I did a movie called Cover. He's in that also.
Heavy.
So again, so when I say like it's so many talented actors right here in Philly, that's not given the amount of credit that they should. You know, like I could run off names all day. Brian Anthony Wilson, Chris Mann, like I said, Jeffrey Kusar, Vernon Ruffin Jr. Man, I could shout everybody out. A lot of people at Freedom. There's so many people on TV right now that started at Freedom. Elvis Nolasco, that's on what's that? Godfather of Harlem. Yeah, man, it's just a plethora of talent that just don't get enough credit, and I'm here to shout them out.
And guess what? Not only here to shout them out, we also about to tell them more of your story, knowing that you didn't just say, I'm gonna just get myself together and just be a good actor. When I found out you opened the school with the classes, that's heavy.
Thanks,
you know,
man.
You're not just taking care of yourself. You're like, hold up. You know, I'm passing it on. So
Right.
salute to you.
Thank you, good brother.
You know
And
what I
that's
mean?
and that's the whole thing too. Like, I could have easily left. I could have easily just rolled out and just kept it all to myself. But my thing is, I've always been like a community-minded person. Freedom Theater kind of like put that in me, to help the next man, bring the next person up, help them. So you're going to be blessed. What's meant for you is already for you. So I could audition for whatever, and my students can audition for whatever, and whoever wins wins. But we all win.
You said key element right there. That's the real strength of a team, because it's like this: if you're on a team and your player, one of the players that's your teammate is winning, y'all winning because y'all team.
Right. Right.
That's just basically my outlook. And I like the fact that you started. So please tell them a little more about your business with the acting classes and everything.
Sure, thanks, man. So I started an acting school. It's called I Can Acts, and it's basically my name backwards. So Nakia, so it's AIKANACTS, and we started in I want to say 2009, because at the time. Freedom Theater was kind of like closing up. It was a lot of stuff going on where it wasn't a lot of like classes and stuff there. So I wanted to make sure that our youth had somewhere to go, because if it wasn't for me having spaces like Freedom Theater, another company called the Rainbow Company that I was a part of, it was a guy that went to Freedom named Ricardo Martin. He passed on, but if it wasn't for him reaching back, pulling me up, I truly don't know where I would be today, because it was a time when like things got hard, got tough for my family, and I couldn't really continue to take classes like I was. And but Ricardo stayed in touch with me to check on me, see how I was doing, and he was like, I have this theater troupe, and I think you'd be great for it, and we pay you. So I was a paid actor, working. So I was able to continue my classes and do different things like that. And one of the things I would say, y'all, when you look at different actors on TV and different films, they have a coach. This just like sports, like acting is the most disrespected craft there is, because people just think, I just wake up and just start acting. I don't need no class. Okay.
They just go hook their phone up to a tripod and start going live on TikTok.
They just on, you know what I mean? And the thing is, y'all, you got to think like this: if you're not investing in yourself, who's going to invest in you? Like if you don't have all your qualifications and you go in for a job interview, you might be the best person for the job, but if you don't have the qualifications, like the paperwork to say that you did this, or your resume and all of that stuff, it's the same thing with acting.
Thank you very much, because a lot of people, they get excited when they get auditions. They automatically assume that they're going to be a star. So I'm glad that you pointed that out. They got to understand there's some work, which is that paperwork. You got to have that lined up or you won't make a dime.
Exactly. Exactly. Like people just saying, "Oh, let me just get an agent," and I'm just going. So why would the agent pick you up if you haven't invested in yourself? If you don't have classes under you, no training, no nothing. They just supposed to just hire you just because your mama says you look good. You know what I'm saying?
Or you have this enormous personality and talent. But they gotta also remember it comes back to that paperwork. Just like you just said, he was saying that he's a part of the union. That's another thing too.
Right.
You gotta have your paperwork together to get in the union.
Exactly, y'all. So it's it's a lot to this, and that's why I started the school, because I wanted it to be where people can understand exactly what you need. So I bring in the Screen Actors Guild to speak to my class. I bring in actors. I have a workshop coming up with Quentin Aaron from The Blind Side, and I have another one with Jeffrey Owens from The Cosby Show. He's going to be speaking to my class, and everything is virtual. So just like we're on this right now, you could take class just like this. And I'm going to tell you, my audition for Black Lightning, Wonder Years, BMF, Law and Order, FBI Most Wanted was right from my house on a cell phone. And we teach you how to do all of that.
You said keyword, teach. So on the other flip side, when people try to teach you, learn.
Right.
Because that's crazy. You know how when people try to teach you something bad, they're quick to jump on that. But when you're teaching them something good, the focus ain't there, is it? It'd be like, I don't feel like doing that today. You drunk.
Right, exactly.
So through this process of you starting the school, have you had any actors that came out of your class that were able picked?
Oh yeah, I would say maybe 80% of my students work on something. So a lot of times when I'm working on a project, I may pull them up or recommend them. Like one of my students actually recently is in the movie Straw with Tyler Perry.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Woo.
So the young lady who put the phone up so that the people could see, like she went live and showed the people what was going on actually in the bank.
Okay.
Yeah, she started in my school. Yeah, her name is Shalay Monique.
What's her name? Say it again.
Shalay Monique.
Shalay Monique. Shout out to you.
Yep. And so I have a lot of youth. I had a 11-year-old booked a voiceover job, and this was his first job. I want to say he started maybe it was like 6 weeks or something. He was in the class, and he booked this job. It was a voiceover where all he had to do was just read. And that's another thing, y'all. I know a lot of people be like, "Oh, I don't like reading," but reading is basically how I make my money. I get paid to read. I gotta read scripts. I gotta read contracts. So if you don't like reading,
this is
practice. Yeah, practice. Read a book. Pick up a book and just read.
Look, even if you can't see, they have audiobooks.
Hey, there you go. So this is the perfect example. So the young man, he was 11 years old. He booked this voiceover job, and they paid him $8,600, y'all. 11 years old. It's on my Instagram. You can see it. Because he didn't even know how much he was getting.
Your Instagram, please let them know so they can get in contact with you.
So the Instagram is I Can Act. So it's AIKANACTS. So I can act. Exactly. That's what he was saying. I can act. That's it basically. So that was just one, and I had a young man working with Vivica Fox in a movie. So he was the main star of the movie with Vivica Fox. Quentin Aaron was in it. I was in it. You know. So a lot of times if I get cast in a film, and they may say, "Hey, we haven't finished casting. Do you have a kid or you have a whatever?" I'll go through my class and see who's available and see if I can match it up so they can get the job. Just recently, I'm doing a film right now with that stars Torrey Hart, Eric Roberts, who else in it? Dorian Gregory from Charmed, and we're shooting it around Philly. And the director called me and asked if I had a younger young actor that could possibly play a younger version of Dorian Gregory, and I happened to have a kid that matched him. He booked a job, and I had a young lady. I had, matter of fact, two of them. I had a teenager. She was like 16 at the time, and I had a 8-year-old. And I brought this director on. Shout out to Antoine Allen.
Shout out to Antoine Allen.
Yeah, so Antoine, I had a Zoom call. He came on and spoke to my class, and the young lady, she just kept asking questions, and he was like, you know what, I got a film coming up, and I really like your energy. And he booked her right from the Zoom call. 8 years old. She lived in North Carolina. They flew her to Atlanta. She worked in Atlanta, did a film. The film is on Tubi. It's called Driving Force. So, and then the other young lady was from Philly, and she played my daughter in a film in Driving Force. So you can see her work, my work, as well as my youth students' work. And that's why I say, like, it's all about pulling each other up.
Right. That's what it's about. Build that foundation, y'all,
Right.
You know how people be like, oh, nobody want to put me on. Sometimes you got to put yourself on.
You got to put yourself in position and let people see that you're very serious about this, because you never know who's watching. You never know who's talking about you in rooms that you don't even know about. So you always got to be on your best foot. If acting is something that you want to do, come to class with an open mind. Don't come to class telling us what you think this is or what you want to do.
Who do you think you are at this point?
Exactly. Exactly. Because if that's the point, why you here? And why haven't you worked as much as you should be working if you telling us what you should be doing? Now we've done this already. Like I'm working.
Yeah, what he say? Working. So
I'm trying to help y'all. You see what I'm saying? But people come in with this energy, like, you can't tell them anything. Oh, there goes Shelly Shell up there.
Shout out to Shelly Shell.
Shelly Shell over there. We looking at you on the video right now.
Already. Yeah, man, I want to thank you for sliding through Glockaway once again.
Definitely.
Shout out to my guy, Bandit the Rapper. That's how we met, y'all. Bandit the Rapper brought him through first a couple years ago.
Bandit. Yeah. Bandit is a great act. Great. Matter of fact, yeah, Bandit has acted before.
So yeah. If y'all had this shit, he go right off the deep end. He'll play. He stay in the game. So other than that, though, I'm asking you how you been now. We done talked about your accolades, what you do, but how are you as a person at this point?
Honestly, good brother, like, I've really been blessed. Like I'm very grateful about life. Just how things have been going. But I do be tired. Brother be tired from time to time, man. I ain't gonna front. I'm tired. I was rushing, trying to get up in here. You called me earlier. I was just handling business.
Do you have any projects of your own that you're thinking about releasing?
Actually, yeah. You know what? I'm actually writing a few scripts right now, and I'm looking to start producing. I have produced a few films, and they're actually on my website. I did a monologue challenge, and whoever won got a chance to star in a film, like a short film. So I had 3 students star in the film. So the person that got number 1 got the most votes. They starred in it. Then the next was like the co-stars. So I had 3 co-stars in there, and it was good. So we directed that. We put that together. So that's on my website. What else? Just producing. I've been casting a lot, helping actors find opportunities, and acting. I'm actually working on 4 films right now. I just wrapped on one. Yo, man, when I say I be on fuse, brother, sometimes. But hey, man, it's all in the love.
Yeah, I got one more question for you too.
What
happened with the probe?
Well, I talked to Tez not too long ago. He said he's working on for us to come out with another episode. So we just waiting to see what's going on. I had a good time working on the probe.
Cause that trailer, it just grabbed you already from the trailer. I haven't seen the first episode, but I seen the trailer, and the trailer was definitely intriguing.
Yeah, you definitely got to check out the episode. But Tez, one thing I can say about Tez, his energy and his determination and his vision has been on 1,000 since I met him. And
Shout
the fact
out
of
Tez,
like,
the writer.
yeah, Tez the writer, man, great dude. And that's why I say, like, when I always keep saying about Philly having so much talent, you know, and we have some great people here. You know, whether they don't show it on the news or TV, they always highlight us as it's crazy. They highlight the crazy, but it's a lot of positivity. Even this show, you know, things like this is what's needed that can help people. You know, and we got a lot of black businesses. We got a lot of people that can help encourage and inspire. You know, so I'm just I'm here to help. I'm here to help as much as I can.
Well, guess what? Glad to hear you. So before we go to a commercial break, can you please give them your info once again? You know, we're gonna bring the second half of the story on after that.
Sure. So you guys can follow me on Instagram. It's Nakia Dillard, NAKIA DILLARD. That's me. And then you can also follow my acting school, which is I Can Acts, which is AIKANACTS.org. All right.
You heard it first, right here on Tunnel Bangers, right here on Glockaway Radio. Here we go. We got to go to commercial break.
Yeah.
Dj Pooh Geez.
It's for them triple OGs out there, y'all talking about. Where y'all at? Call, y'all. Let's have a good time tonight. Everybody get to the dance floor. Let's go. The Bossolinis. Good energy, good vibes. The old heads call me Lil Hobbs. You know I'm blessed by God. It's time to get down, let's ride. Got my wine in my glass. Take a trip, gotta be first class. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 step. Zip gang, yeah, you heard of the rep. Moon gang, they was deep in the city. Just checking in, ain't no creeping in the city. It's all love over here. Ain't no hate over here. Use a clown over there. We get it down over here. Got no time for the BS. Straight up, shout out to ES. Stop telling lies. Feel good to be alive. I give my homies high five. I grind, that's how I survive. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 step. 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 Live. Don't do no complaining. Live your life. No complaining. Just celebrate life. Live. Don't do no complaining. Live your life. No complaining. Just celebrate life. You know I'm the best. I'ma say it with my chest. Where I'm from, Southwest. Feel good to be blessed. About to dance like Mace. I need room, need space. I got a cousin named Face. I need a straight, no chase. See, I like to have fun. Don't wanna be a player, big pun. I make you feel it in your soul. I got a heart of gold. Have fun, you're never too old. It's at the end of the road. I brought Teddy P back. The cha-cha, I took it way back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 step. 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 Live. Don't do no complaining. Live your life. No complaining. Just celebrate life. Live. Don't do no complaining. Live your life. No complaining. Celebrate life. Do that dance. Do that dance. Do that dance. Do that dance. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 step. 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 Do that step. 1, 2 step. What up, Lady B? What up, Patty Jackson? What up, BB Brown? Come on, all the people in them cabarets. All you line dancers.
Right?
One time. Guess what? We're back. Matter of fact, we can go. I think we got to bring one more. This is another one right too that he brought back. That's crazy. He brought that Set It Off back. I'm sorry, I have to play this one record.
Oh, it didn't go through.
DJ Pooh Geez.
Southwest, no look, no look. Do the Southwest, no look, no look. Do the Southwest, no look, no look. Do the Southwest, no look, no look. I go on and on. Haters can't believe that I last this long, this long. I've always been relevant. My flow tight like a celibate. F you like the president. Staying on a money mission for the president. Ben Franklin, that's my main man. Never move out without a game plan. Black gloves with the ski mask. My heart cold to make the heat blast. Put a bullet in your windpipe. I'm official like a rep with the pinstripe. Ain't no fraud over here, I'm official. 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 Do the Southwest, no look, no look. Do the Southwest, no look, no look. Do the Southwest, no look, no look. Do the Southwest, no look, official. Ain't no fraud over here, I'm 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 official. People say I sound like pop. No a player, I'm just saying hi. I'm official like a referee. I know it's hard, you gotta pray for your enemy. You look right, that's a no look. You look left, that's a no look. You look up, that's a no look. You look down, that's a no look. Ain't no fraud over here, I'm official. 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 Do the Southwest, no look. 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 Another bang of production. Another bang of production.
Well, guess what? We're back.
Back in the house, y'all.
So now we can tell them the rest of the story. Far as, can you name some of the new films that's on this way?
Let me see. So one of the films is called Divine Direction. That's directed by Joshua Coates. Just want to give him a shout out. He's from Philly. He lives in LA, but he's back. He's given a lot of Philly love because he's from here, and he hires actors from the city. And he also has a lot of celebrities that work on the show, on his films too. So that's one. One of my students actually shot a film, and I helped him with it and helped produce it. It's called Luke Man's Love Lessons.
Wow.
So
Luke Man's Love Lessons.
yeah. So that's shout out to Robert Daniels. So he was one of my adult students, and he is a director. He shoots films, so we work together. Trying to think the other film. One of the films I'm doing in Miami with Little Mama. I can't think of the title right now, but
well, guess what?
Just stay tuned.
It's definitely out there for the world to
It's
hear.
covered. It's covered. Yeah. I'm trying to think the other film. I shot that. Matter of fact, it was one of the films is with the young lady I just told you about. That's on the movie Straw with Tyler Perry. We did a film, and that should be out soon also. So just check out my page. It's a lot of information on there, and I usually post information of things, even auditions. Sometimes I may post something like that. Castings is coming up.
Yeah, I just was about to ask you about that. Is any castings coming up? Because all you gotta do is send it to me. I let the people know. Try to get some more people on that stage. Or
Yeah.
Either it's a play or a film, whatever. Just let me know.
Yeah, definitely. And even with the school, we started age 7, and my oldest student is 77. So like I said, you stop yourself. If you say, "Oh, I can't do that," then you can't do that. If you say, "I can do that," you can do it. So definitely, It's all about mindset, y'all.
What the analyst share to say? And Waterboy, you can do it.
You can do it. Just like the young lady who played in Black Panther. She was 80 years old, and she got her agent sent to the audition, and she looked at it and was like, "Man, I ain't auditioning for no cartoon. I've been acting for. I'm an actor. You know what I mean? I ain't doing no
actors, and then there's actors."
She's like, I ain't doing that. And his grandson was like, "Go ahead, Granny. Go ahead and audition for it. It's a good show." She auditioned and booked a $1 billion film, and she could have easily talked herself out of it with pride and all of that.
Yeah. So look, I'm telling y'all, take away the pride.
Yeah, y'all.
Get you nowhere.
Exactly.
You so busy thinking everybody know who you is already. Look.
Exactly. Like I've worked on over 100 films, and I still walk in on my sets like it's my very first day. Like I'm open. I come to learn. I'm not. Okay. I have all that on my sleeve, as far as my resume and all of that, all the jobs that I've done. But when I walk on a set, I'm there to learn. I'm open, and I'm there to work with the team. Because that's another thing. A lot of times people get to a space where, because they tasted a little fame or whatever it is, they just think that it's all about them. It's never about you.
It's about the people
it's about the project. It's about that's what it's about. If you're not a servant of the story, then that's what you gotta serve. You gotta serve to get to the next level. They don't get that when people is watching your content and things of that. You're selling a story. So if your story ain't interesting, they're not gonna pay attention. Right. Or you get on the set. Okay, you may have gotten on the set, but then once it's very long hours on set. It could be 12 to 16 hour days. And you might not work to the last part of that day. So you got to have your energy right. You got to have your training, your craft. That's where your craft comes in to play. And you got to understand what it is that you need to do. And you have to show up. You got to show up and be present. Not just show up and just be there. You got to be present. When I say present, means that you're a team player. You're taking direction. You're incorporating what they're telling you and putting it in your this is your instrument, which is your body. So they need to see it in your eyes. They need to see it, hear it from your mouth, your words. And they need to see it in your energy. If you coming on set and you ain't used to all of that, just because you did it a couple times early in the day, now it's time to do it. You got the cameras. And this is the other thing, y'all. It ain't like one little, it be a whole audience of people behind the camera. It might be 30 to 40 people that's on set that you won't ever see when you're watching a film. So even understanding that, just being able to give and deliver on the camera and still, just stay focused. So you got to understand staying focused.
I always ask seasoned artists, seasoned actors, seasoned directors, do you still get the butterflies sometimes?
All the time. Every time I walk on a new set, I would, like I said, I walk on it as if it's my very first time. I can't walk on there with the energy of what my last project was. I can't say, well, y'all know I was on The Wire, y'all know I was on this and that. No, I'm on this set. So I have to give and serve this set.
Facts. That's what I'm talking about, because a lot of people don't get that part. They just be like, I'm the star. All day long, you the star. But without the rest of the cast is no movie.
Exactly. Exactly. You just got a piece of paper. That's it.
Don't nobody want to see one person sit there and
right.
do these characters.
Right. Unless it's Eddie Murphy.
Look,
or,
yeah.
Or Tyler. Tyler do a good job.
Or Tommy Too Smooth.
Yeah, Tommy Too. Yeah, Tommy do a good job.
Oh, God.
He need to have his own show. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Tommy. What's up, Tom?
What up, Tyler? Word up to Beefy too. Rest in peace. Shout out to Beefy. Beefy Barnes. He lost his mom. I was trying to hold it back, but shout out to you, bro.
Oh man, yo, my condolences, good brother.
Condolences, brother. And just in case y'all didn't know, he's a great actor and comedian as well. Beefy Barnes. His run was Comic View. That was his big one.
Okay.
But guess what, y'all? He's still around, so I definitely want to shout him out, y'all. We just did a skit yesterday.
Nice. Yeah, that's what's up, man. But that's the thing. Got to stay creative.
So do you do any skit work too?
I haven't actually did any skit work, far as like Instagram and stuff like that. Yeah, I haven't done it as of yet. No.
Okay. Well, you never know what can happen in the future.
Yeah, you never know. I'm not opposed to it, but I just haven't done it yet.
Guess what? You've been in 100 films, man. That's a lot, brother. I wouldn't even put that pressure on you. Look, I just wanted to bring that up to see. You know what I mean? You know how we do. We gotta let them know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a blessing, y'all. Just being able to work as much as I have, man. I've actually been given the opportunity to coach Idris Elba. And
that's heavy.
I helped him with dialect coaching for Concrete Cowboys, and then there was another film I worked with Brian Tyree Henry, who's in a new Apple TV show called Dope Thief. And who else did I work with? Worked with a few people, but it's like even with those opportunities, if I didn't have everything in place, I wouldn't have gotten those. Like what separates you from anybody else that's acting or doing whatever business or whatever it is that you're trying to do. So it could be how you treat people. Your smile helps welcome people in, and your energy and how you treat other people. And are you kind? Are you, what's the word? Like we're
arrogant.
Yeah, and that also too, that can repel people, being arrogant, thinking you know everything. It's okay to listen. You don't know.
To keep the narcissistic thoughts away.
Yeah, man, because it'll close doors on you. And the thing is, like, even though I've acted as long as I have, but I'm still learning. I'm still being coached. I'm working with different people. I want to give a shout out to my boy Troy Rowland, who he's actually coached. He coached me in a few different films, and he's from Philly, living in L.A. He coached Lizzie McGuire and the movie Morbius.
Okay.
All types of films. But this dude, man, been at it. All the Disney shows. He was the acting coach on all of them.
So through all the films you've been in, I'm sorry. Through all the films that you've been in, what was your favorite?
Honestly, all of them. I ain't even gonna say only because I've learned something. I've learned something from each one. I met different relationships with each one, and the thing is, as an actor, you're always learning, you're always growing. So, each project meant something or stretched me in a way. Now I have been on some film sets that were weird. I ain't gonna do it. I'm like, nah, never again. You know what I'm saying? But
not gonna be able to do.
Yeah, ain't gonna be able to do. This is a one and done. This is right here. So, but again, you learn something from every situation. So, but each one, like the Wonder Years, I had a great time. I loved working on that show because of the energy. The Wire was great. House of Cards, like I worked right with what's his name just slipped my mind. Kevin Spacey. I was writing a scene with Kevin Spacey. Great guy. And then, like I told y'all earlier, that I watched the Cosby Show and wanted to work on that show, and I had a chance to work with Felicia Rashad.
Wow.
When I say now, when I was in the room, like just the distance that you are, this is as far as we were together. maybe a little closer. You know what I'm saying? But just being in the room, I'm just like, yo, I am in the room with Felicia Rashad, man.
The world's mom.
World's mom.
Like,
and I'm acting with her. I'm acting. I'm like,
I know that was
not as a fan or nothing. Like, I'm on the call sheet with her. Like, my name is on the call sheet with her. So it's like.
So I know that humbled you too.
Yo,
like, wow.
man, that was just like it's certain, like, a few moments of my life that I just was like, this is nothing but God, like, for real, because it's no way that the way I've came up, and this is where I'm standing right now. Another moment of my life that I just revel in and just like, wow, God. Like, I work with Les Brown. Les Brown, the motivational speaker, man. Just a few weeks ago, I stood up with Les Brown while he was speaking. Like, when I say like God is real, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's I can't even describe how I even got in the room and these spaces with these people. Like, even Coach Idris Elba. Now, I went to an audition. I was going in an audition, and shout out to Diane Heary at Heary Loftus Casting. I was leaving the audition. Now, she knew I had an acting school and all of that. She said, Nakia, it's an opportunity that I think you'll be good at. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, it's an A-list actor in town, and I think you'll be great to coach him. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it ended up being Idris Elba. And like I said, I'm just going into the audition. Like, it wasn't even for that movie. It was for something else. And she put my name in the hat and said, I think that you're good enough to be his coach.
So I know that right there made you think, like, whoa, okay, I got to work even harder. I got to get this going.
Exactly. And that's the other part. Like, you just never know what you can do and what other people can see in you before you even realize what you can actually do.
Because you never know who's watching.
You never know. You never know.
Open field. As soon as you get on that camera, it's open field.
Yep, you never know, man. So that's why it's all about, like, now, if I didn't have everything in place, I wouldn't have got that opportunity. Like, I did a movie called Cover, and the director of Concrete Cowboys was an extra in Cover. And when he saw my resume and saw that I was in Cover, he was like, oh, I was an extra in that. And he was like, oh, I see you was in The Wire. Oh, wow, okay. I saw you did this. I see you have an acting school. So all the steps was leading up to this one opportunity. That what if I didn't have the acting school? What if I didn't work on The Wire? What if I didn't do the movie Cover?
Then you wouldn't have ran into those opportunities, because I keep telling people the small moments turn into the big moments.
Exactly, but you got to do those. You got to keep stepping in these situations, because you never know who, like, again, the director of Concrete Cowboys was an extra in Cover. So what if I was a jerk on set? What if I came through and was just like, it's all about me? When I'm on set, I talk to everybody. I shake hands. I talk to them, see where they at, and if I can help them out. You see what I mean? So you got to be a team player, y'all. You know, because this life, this energy, this whatever career path that you're trying to do, people work with people they like, and people work with people that they feel like, okay, if I work 9 hours with this person, are they gonna get on my nerves? Are they gonna talk my head off all day? You know, talking about dumb stuff all day, and you don't know what you putting out there that basically is repelling people. Like, yo, man, I can't wait to get the hell off work, because
like this cat just won't stop being in my ear.
Yeah, just talk about nothing. So if an opportunity come up, do you think I'm gonna let this cat know?
Oh no, because they're gonna be so busy talking about themselves so much.
Exactly.
Talk themselves out the opportunity.
Exactly. So that's what y'all got to think about, y'all. Some people get nervous and they feel like they just got to over talk about themselves. But listen, other people can talk about you. Just keep doing your work. Keep your head down. Do your work. Keep watering your dreams every day, but keep doing the work. And people will see it.
People horrible.
Yeah, don't treat people hard like everybody. And this the other part. I was listening to Will Smith the other day, and he was saying how everybody is going through something. Everybody from rich to poor to middle class to the dog. The dog ain't eat. Everybody going through something.
And what's your view on this this strike? Oh my God! I had to
Oh
bring that
yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't wait till they come to an agreement. Because it's looking crazy over here, man.
Please, Mayor Parker, please.
Yeah, whatever we need to do, we just need to make this thing happen because it's getting real crazy. And then the next thing you know, we're gonna have rats. We're gonna have all types of stuff.
See, that was what me and my boy was
Infestation.
talking about the other day. Shout out to DJ Vel Mac. He's one of the members of the 33 and sanitation. I'm out there. Don't be mad at the DJ. I'm sorry. I was out there spinning right with him. So shout out to the 33.
Yeah, man. We gotta get it together, man.
Definitely, brother. So look, man, as we closing out, man, please give them your information one more time, and let them know, get at you.
Show them a thing, man. So my name is Nakia Dillard. That's Nakia Dillard, and you can follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna follow if you follow me, I'm gonna follow you back from my I Can Axe page because I don't know what's going on with my social media. I can't follow nobody back. I try to follow
I'm going
people.
through the same problem.
Yeah, man, I don't understand. I mean, it's not that I don't see y'all, but if you want, send me a message. And I definitely respond to the message.
Yeah, they keep wanting you to erase people.
Yeah, man.
I don't like that.
Yeah. So, and then I gotta go through people and do all this and that. I don't feel like all that.
Too extra. So guess what? Like you said, get at them.
Yeah, just hit me up. So on Instagram, Nakia Dillard, Nakia Dillard. Then I Can Axe, AIKANACTS, and it's a yellow symbol for I Can Axe. And me, it's like a black and white photo of me, but yeah, just either one of them, you can hit me up. Say if you're interested in acting or whatever. I'll send you the link to the acting school, and the classes are virtual, so you don't even have to leave your crib. You can do it right from your house. I'm gonna tell you, my audition for Black Lightning, BMF, Wonder Years, Law and Order, FBI Most Wanted. I'm trying to think what else. All from my crib. So we show you how to do it. All right. If you got a cell phone, we show you how to set that up with a ring light. You got to have a backdrop. You got to have some lights to kind of get that shadow out of there. But we show you how to do all of that. But everything else is up to you. We give you the tools of what you need. And the acting and all of that is up to you. I could lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink.
Fact.
I have a lot of students that are working. I have some students working on Abbott Elementary. What's the other films? A lot of different Superman.
Shout out my boy Quay. That's his sister.
Yeah, Quay. Yeah. I talked to Quay the other day actually. Yeah,
that's my guy. Yeah, little short singing boy. That's my homie.
Yeah, man. That's why I say, it's a lot of talent here, y'all. A lot of talent, and my whole thing is, we just gotta support each other, let each other build each other up, and that's why I shout people out because again, a lot of times people get on and they just kind of just let it just be about themselves, but I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for a lot of these cats, man. If they didn't give me a door open or say, hey, Nakia, check this audition out or check this out. And then I kept going and or check this class out or whatever. And it just kept the fire. And that's what it is.
You got to stay grounded, people. So always remember that.
Yeah.
Don't be cocky and expect to be successful.
Exactly. Yeah.
So guess what, y'all? We about to sign off. It was like 1 or 2 minutes earlier. But guess what? I'll see y'all next week, and thank y'all very much.
Yeah, it was an honor to be here. Thank you so much for just bringing me in, man.
No problem. Thank you, brother, for your good energy. Now, you heard this brother say he did over 100 films, and guess what? He's more humble than a person that ain't even did one yet. So take heed of that, y'all. Remember, the key to success is staying humble. And keep walking through the never-ending tunnel. Tunnel Bakers, let's go. It's your boy DJ Pooh Geez. I'll talk to you next week on the flip side. Let's go.
Yo, man.